just wanna be her. For your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke. No. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Dog. You don't want. Yeah, I been so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke. No. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Dog.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 31, check 31. Alert.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
36.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard
What?
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The drive starts with a run by Cobb. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now a give, right side. It's Cobb, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. 14. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's got room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Bring it.
Here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. The 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bears' 13-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. It's Cobb, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
36 power.
On third down, McPherson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's 4th down.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 19-yard line.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Check. Lock in. Lock in. Slam. 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 Switch. Switch. Switch.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Get down. 180. I don't think you got it, son. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Bang, 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 bang. Hey.
Now on 2nd and 13, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't, who's going to score the most points in this game? Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Cleveland Farrell. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Now Wilson. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They begin the drive on the ground with Kyle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. He's going deep and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And he stopped immediately there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Second and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Sponge! No! Ran, 10! Kill! Turn up! Kill! Turn up!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Mark 27. Watch the slant. One left. Friday.
They'll run on first down. Cobb. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Ouch, could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way, like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
Now Wilson to throw on 3rd down. Looking for the end. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Perry. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Hey, watch the slam. Check three. Check 44.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
19.
From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. It's Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
280. 47. Check, 47. I got you. Pump. Slam.
On 1st down, McPherson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The Bears' 38-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Watch the run. Go, 14. Hey, check, Mike, 47. Check, 26. Time to go, night.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? You just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Trubisky will throw, and he's got this one complete to Callaway. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They run. This is Cohen. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Check three.
They try again with Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 30-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check safety. Check three.
They stay on the ground with Cobb. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 39, Wilson being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
On second down, it's Cobb. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of 2 there, second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run with Cobb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 52.
They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. The point after is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. 27 yards there, a first down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Seahawks 47-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Trubisky. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Myles Garrett. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Check. Alert. Check.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This is Cohen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Back to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down.
Check 55, Mike. Lock in. Shit. Lock in.
Here's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
He's checking.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And they take a knee.
Wilson on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got... It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go be. Better run up the